Do you think there's a housing affordability crisis in Australia? I totally disagree.
Okay, first home buyers, I really need to address this. Is there really an affordability crisis like this article says? Housing affordability, first home buyers works 2 jobs, struggles to raise deposit for a property. Or do we currently have a first home buyers entitlement syndrome? Short for FES. And let me digress. Now, before all the first home buyers roast me in the comments or troll me on how ignorant I am, let me first establish the premise of my argument. Let me first establish that entitlement is okay. I mean, the very definition of entitlement is that there is a belief that one is deserving or entitled to certain privileges. I live in a first world country. I have first world problems. When lettuce is $45 a kilo, yes, I complain about it. When petrol is like $3 per litre, yes, I complain about it. I mean, third world people will look at us first world people. Oh, you're entitled. At least you've got food. Let's look at that sense of entitlement in this article. Let's introduce the main character here, our protagonist. Ashley is a first home buyer. She's 25 and they're currently living with their parents. She complains that she works 2 jobs, 7 days a week, and worst of all, there's no date nights. But despite all that hard work of frugally working the days off, they're sadly disappointed they can't afford a freestanding home in the northern beaches. And this first home buyer claims it's unfair she can't afford a house in this very nice suburb over here. And in her defense, the reason she doesn't want to live anywhere else because when we have kids, we want to be close to our family who lives around here. For example, one property in Balgol is around 2.3 million right now. And no, I'm not roasting her. That is just FES, first home buyer entitlement syndrome. I had it too. But luckily, my parents had a property in Cabramatta 15 years ago. And in my own sense of entitlement, I want to live near my parents too and have them look after my kids too. But bitch, I know my level of income. Property in Cabramatta special unit was under $400,000 a few years ago. Even if you were working 3 or 4 jobs, Amanda, you will never buy in the northern beaches. It's not a housing affordability crisis. It's a first home buyer entitlement syndrome. Seriously, I probably earn 10 times more than you and I would never imagine buying the northern beaches. It's like the cream of the crop of properties. And you're like, here, you just started your job here, you're 25 and you want to leap to the cream of the crop. That's why I think it's best to have poor parents because then your FES expectation is like, somewhere below $1 million. And it's really sad to have first home buyers who live in these northern beaches and eastern suburbs and make comments like this, yeah, 800k in the middle of nowhere, no thanks. Oh what, buy a shed? Oh what, that's a half a crack house and anywhere near civilization? So the question is, are you suffering from FES?